Hey loves, welcome back to TigeraGitana. I'm really excited to make this video because I've been promising it to y'all for a minute, and that is the Dollar Tree hot foot powder spell. And this is going to be relatively an easy spell to do. It just takes intention, it takes activation, it takes focus, and it takes not being specific to an extent, unless you are wanting to make this hot foot powder specifically to remove or get rid of some energies or peoples out of your space, your area, your life, whatever. But I'm really excited because I'm finally showing you guys how to do this with using just Dollar Tree items. And you guys know this is a series I've had for a while, and you guys usually love it, so I can't wait to share this one with you. And what you're gonna need is a jar. You can get this from the Dollar Tree. You're gonna need to cleanse the jar. You guys know I usually double cleanse my tools, but when it comes to jars, I cleanse them internally. So you can use whatever method you want to cleanse them. Okay, I personally used some thyme and just burned it, and the smoke is coming out now, as you can see. And I just let it sit in the smoke so it cleanses the lid as well as the glass for like 5-10 minutes, or however long you want to leave it for. And then you just open it and it's ready to go. The next tools you are going to need from the Dollar Tree, you're going to need some coarse sea salt. Okay, some coarse sea salt, because we're going to need sea salt. Sea salt is cleansing, and when you're doing a hot foot spell, what really a hot foot powder is just using different spices to heat up someone's feet until leaving you alone. It's just like, okay, they're getting anxious, they want to out, they want to leave, they don't feel comfortable. It's bringing discomfort, honestly, and making kind of bringing the energy of discomfort to remove people with that discomfort from your space and your area, generally speaking, and specific speaking as well. So you are going to need some salt, sea salt specifically, because sea salt is a very powerful tool. I use it quite often, and it is just a cleansing tool. It is a classic ingredient within hot foot powder, and I'm going to have some ingredients in here that are not traditionally part of a hot foot powder, but I'm gonna explain and you gonna listen, because I'm gonna explain it and then you gonna listen. Okay, all right, I said what I said. Anyway, so right in here I have all of our herbal remedies that we're gonna be using for the spell. This is gonna be red chili flakes. This is something that some people put it in there, some people don't. This is cinnamon. I usually don't put it in there, but for the sake of throwing an homage to those who do, and for reasons in which I will state while we're putting it in there. Actually, you know what, I'm gonna say it now. So the reasons why, okay, let me just add this. This is garlic. It is not, ooh, I just breathed right into it, I'm sorry. It is not a traditional spice that goes into the hot foot powder at all. And the reason why I add it and it works really well for me is because what does garlic do? It gets rid of negative specifically energy vampires, people who like to drain our energy, people who bring conflict. It is a hex breaking herb, a spice of sorts. So I use this in my hot foot powder because I'm trying to release and remove that negative energy. These kind of herbs put the fire in their butts, but the garlic is really like, bye, you are deflecting, you are going behind, you're just like taking steps back from me. I don't need you around me, boo. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I have the garlic in there. The cinnamon, okay, and I feel like this is why people add it in there. When you're doing something like a hot foot powder where it specifically has one main intention and is to create, you know, discomfort, you want to have this herb here that's kind of like multi-purpose, because it is cinnamon, is hex breaking, but it also brings like love and abundance and money. So let's say you're trying to get rid of somebody who has been getting in your way of your money, your love, your abundance in different ways and forms, then you're going to want to use cinnamon in here to make sure that energy kind of comes in. You want to still have that filler as you are removing something, you still want to bring in the vibration that you're trying to bring in. So this is why we're using cinnamon. I don't know if that's why everybody else uses it, but that's why I'm adding it in here. Okay. Then we have ground black pepper, which is a classic ingredient in this, and we have cayenne, which is also a classic ingredient in this. One of the other classic ingredients in this is sulfur, but they don't sell sulfur at the Dollar Tree. So you're gonna be fine. Just trust me, you don't really need sulfur to make this powder work. It is an added ingredient. If there's an ingredient that you don't have from the list that I just gave you, I mean, obviously you can get it out of the Dollar Tree, because like I just said, everything that I'm using is from the Dollar Tree. But if there is an ingredient, like let's say you have red chili flakes but you don't have the cayenne, even though cayenne is a classic ingredient, just use a red chili flakes. I've had to do that sometimes when I ran out of my cayenne and I only had the other ingredients, and it still works just perfectly fine, just as potent. You're just adding more intention in there as far as like energy from these spices to activate it. So just keep that in mind as we do the work that we are going to be doing. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to add to our jar is our salt. Okay, you are activating it to be cleansing. I'm gonna put it directly in there, and I'm just going to be holding the jar in my hands, and I'm going to be praying over it and setting my intention over it. Now, for every single thing that we're doing, I am keeping my intention very general, because I'm not trying to do this for a specific person right now. I had done it for specific people to be removed from my life before. It works very clearly. However, I'm not trying to do that work right now. I am trying to show you how to do the basic hot foot powder that you could keep in your, your shelf, your witchy area, your altar space, and then when you need to whip it out because somebody trying you pull that thing out, you take it to work, you sprinkle it, you do whatever it is that you need to do to get that squared away. It's one of those tools. It's like having 4 thieves vinegar in your space. It's just like when you need to use it, you use it. Okay, if you want to do this as a spell for someone, you can use hot foot powder in correlation with other ritual work to remove people, remove energies away as well. So there are ways to do it, but I'm just trying to give you this is the basic 101 hot foot powder. Okay, that was my disclaimer. But you can still use this to like get rid of mad people. Listen, neighbors, negativity, energy vampires, co-workers, your boss, you don't even know. So we're gonna do a little bit more. We're gonna do about that much in there. We're just gonna hold the sea salt in our hands, okay? And we're just going to pray over it. So you can activate the sea salt for cleansing. You want to tell the sea salt, hey sea salt, I am going to combine you with some other ingredients, and I need you to remove any negativity, clear the path, clear the way, so that I can welcome in different forms of energy. You can pray over it in whatever way and intention you're trying to activate the sea salt. I am just using it as a activator, and as it's something that's going to bind in with the other ingredients that we're using. So you want to use the sea salt to just cleanse, just like the sea, just like the ocean does, cleanse, remove the negativity, release, and just open the way from the situation at hand, or all situations, whatever I use you for, sea salt, whatever it is. And then I'm just going to go ahead and put in the rest of my spices in here, but I'm going to do it off camera because I'm about to make a hot mess. So let me see if I could do, if my eyes keep going wide, it's because it's about to be messy. Hold on, I'm going to just use my finger as the same. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Cinnamon, you get in there right now. Ooh, hold on. Okay. Alright. So this is what it's looking like right now. Just gonna add a little bit more of the sea salt. That much. I'm gonna close the lid. And you're gonna shake it with intention, Okay, you are going to tell each ingredient what exactly we wanted to do, what it's meant to do, what its purpose is. It is here to be removing of any negative people, whatever I use you for, whomever I decide to activate. Hold on. It's all the spices, got my nose acting crazy. Okay, whoever I decide to use this powder for is for them to be removed from my space, my life, my area. I do not want to see them. They're not to be seen by me. They're not to be felt energetically by me. They're not to be anywhere near 100 feet from my space. Like, you can get specific with this. Just make sure you're setting the intention. So black pepper, I activate you to remove these negative people out of my life, to make them have anxiety until they get away, as far away from me as they possibly can. Put the fire underneath them. Red pepper, cayenne, so they can feel uncomfortable enough to just leave, so they can move on and clear away from me and be able to do their own thing in a different space away from me, because it is not helping me, and this is for my own highest and greatest good, and for everybody involved as well. It is for their greatest good as well that they get removed from me while I do something else. That's how some of y'all be acting sometimes. Anyway, so you're just gonna keep activating. So garlic, I activate you to remove any negative energies and those people who will come up, or energy vampires around my life. When I use you, I want you to remove that energy from my space. Where I put you, where I sprinkle you, I want you to remove that energy from my space. Cinnamon, I want to activate you to remove these energies, so I can welcome in the abundance that I deserve, so I can welcome in positivity, love, money in all its forms. Please help me remove any toxicity from my life. And you're just shaking it with purpose. Okay, you're shaking it with purpose. You're praying over this. This is a tool. You just made a tool. You just made something that you can open it up, and then boom, when you're ready, sprinkle it where you need to. You can add this to spell work, candle magic. You can add this in so many different things, as a removal, as a hex removal, as so many different things. You have no idea how much hot foot powder is so versatile, for a plethora of different things. So this is a tool. This is one of your tools. This is like one of your crystals that you use to kind of relax and calm down. Hot foot powder is what you use to remove things that are negative around you, that you know who it is specifically, and you just want to buy to that. You can use this again, like I said, candle magic. You can put somebody in this jar as well, and just shake them in there, shake them out of your life, and make them very uncomfortable. There's different ways to doing this. Traditional way, you sprinkle it. You can sprinkle it in somebody's shoes. You can sprinkle it in the area where they walk. So if you work with this person, if you go to school with this person, if however it is, if you know you're gonna see this person at somebody's birthday party, you're gonna bring this to the birthday party. You're gonna just, just be like walking like this, like, like, wow, like stuff like that. That's what you want to be doing. And so you're just going to take your time, shake it, set the intention, and then put it on your altar. Let it sit there and charge, soak up your altar's energy, and amplifying that energy. And then it's good to go. You can charge it up for a good amount of time if you want to, but this baby is good to go. And that is how you make hot foot powder, super inexpensively from the Dollar Tree. I hope that y'all enjoyed this video. There's going to be another video coming up in a few, once I upload it, and it's going to be on Osset, also known as Isis, for those who do not know her Kemetic name, Kemetic being ancient Egyptian name. And this was requested. It's going to be a patron voted video, but it was requested, so I'm going to be doing that video next. So stay tuned for that. Don't forget to check out the Patreon as well, because we're always learning and growing over there. And we're having actually our first live on next Monday. I haven't announced it yet, but here it be. But I'm gonna be making a post on the Patreon soon, so they'll know. But we are having a live on Monday. Still debating on a time, so it's either gonna be 7 or 8, but we'll see. We will see. And yes, I cannot wait to share space with you guys. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell. Thank you all to my new subscribers, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.